You wake up in the middle of the night with a sharp, searing pain in your lower back. It's unlike anything you've ever felt before. You try shifting positions, drinking water, even pacing around the room, but nothing helps. The pain comes in waves, tightening its grip, leaving you breathless. Could it be something serious? Or will it pass on its own? Kidney stones affect 1 in 10 people at some point in their lives. Studies show that men are more likely to develop them than women, and the risk is even higher for those who are overweight or have a family history of the condition. In a recent study, nearly 16% of people who arrived at the hospital with acute kidney stones also had a urinary tract infection, something that can quickly turn into a medical emergency if left untreated. The worst part? Many people don't even realize they have a kidney stone until the pain becomes unbearable. Let me introduce you to David. A hardworking accountant, husband and father of 2, David always put work first. He often ignored his body's warning signs: mild discomfort in his side, occasional burning when urinating, assuming it was just stress or dehydration. Until one day while driving home, a sudden unbearable pain shot through his back and abdomen. He had to pull over, clutching his side, gasping for breath. What he thought was just a minor issue turned out to be something far more serious. In this video, we'll break down everything you need to know about kidney stones, what causes them, how to recognize the symptoms early, and most importantly, what you can do to prevent them. If you've ever felt even a twinge of discomfort in your lower back or noticed changes in your urine, this is information you can't afford to ignore. Stay with me until the end, because I'll also share practical steps you can take today to lower your risk of developing kidney stones. And if you find this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need this information. Now let's dive into David's story and uncover the hidden dangers of kidney stones. David never thought much about his health. He was always too busy: work deadlines, family responsibilities, and the never-ending cycle of daily life kept him preoccupied. But on that fateful evening when he clutched his side in agony, he realized something was very wrong. His wife, Lisa, rushed him to the emergency room where doctors quickly suspected kidney stones. As they wheeled him in for tests, the pain came in relentless waves, making it almost impossible to focus on anything else. The emergency room was filled with patients suffering from various ailments, but David barely noticed. His mind was consumed by the stabbing pain in his lower back and abdomen. The doctor on duty, Dr. Harris, reviewed his symptoms and ordered a CT scan. Moments later, the results confirmed the diagnosis. David had a kidney stone measuring nearly 6 mm lodged in his ureter. Dr. Harris explained that kidney stones form when minerals and salts accumulate in the kidneys, creating hard deposits that can block urine flow. Dehydration, diet, and genetics all play a role. Studies show that nearly 80% of kidney stones are composed of calcium oxalate, which forms when there is too much oxalate in the urine and not enough fluid to flush it out. Foods like spinach, nuts, and chocolate are high in oxalate, and when consumed in excess, they can contribute to stone formation. As David listened, he began piecing together the habits that led to his condition. He rarely drank water, opting instead for coffee and soda throughout the day. His meals often included processed foods high in salt, another major risk factor. Research has shown that high sodium intake increases calcium levels in urine, making stone formation more likely. And as Dr. Harris pointed out, once you develop a kidney stone, you have a 50% chance of developing another within 5 years if you don't make lifestyle changes. Lisa looked at her husband, concern evident in her eyes. She asked what the treatment options were. Dr. Harris explained that small kidney stones, usually less than 5 mm, can pass on their own with proper hydration and pain management. However, larger stones, like David's, often require medical intervention. In some cases, medication can help relax the ureter, making it easier for the stone to pass. But if the stone is too large or causing complications, procedures like extracorporeal shockwave lithotripsy, ESWL, or ureteroscopy may be needed to break it down or remove it. David was admitted for pain management and hydration therapy. Over the next few days, he struggled with waves of discomfort as his body tried to expel the stone. The experience was grueling, but it was also a wake-up call. He realized he couldn't continue neglecting his health. The thought of enduring this pain again was unbearable, and he was determined to make changes. As he recovered, Dr. Harris sat down with him and Lisa to discuss prevention. The number one rule: drink plenty of water, at least 2 to 3 liters a day. A study from the National Kidney Foundation found that increasing daily water intake can reduce the risk of kidney stone recurrence by nearly 50%. David also needed to modify his diet, reducing sodium and oxalate-rich foods while incorporating more fruits and vegetables that support kidney health. Citrus fruits in particular contain citrate, which helps prevent stones from forming. David's story is not unique. Every year, over 500,000 people visit the emergency room due to kidney stones. Many, like David, don't realize the severity of the condition until they experience the pain firsthand. But the good news is that kidney stones are largely preventable with the right lifestyle changes. Simple steps like staying hydrated, maintaining a balanced diet, and being mindful of salt and protein intake can make a significant difference. As David prepared to leave the hospital, he felt a renewed sense of responsibility for his health. He knew this experience had been a painful lesson, but it had also given him the motivation he needed to make lasting changes. Lisa, ever supportive, promised to join him in adopting healthier habits. Together, they would ensure that this was a one-time ordeal, not a recurring nightmare. As David stepped outside the hospital doors, a cool breeze greeted him, carrying with it a sense of relief. The worst was over. He looked at Lisa, who squeezed his hand reassuringly, a silent promise that they would take this journey together. It wasn't just about avoiding another kidney stone. It was about embracing a healthier, more mindful way of living. If there's one lesson to take away from David's experience, it's that our bodies always send signals. We just have to listen. Pain, discomfort, changes in our daily routines. These are all messages urging us to take better care of ourselves. Kidney stones may be small, but their impact is profound, and they don't just appear overnight. They are often the result of years of unnoticed habits. Too little water, too much salt, too many processed foods. But the good news is that change is always possible. Think about your own lifestyle for a moment. Are you drinking enough water? Do you take breaks during the day to care for your body? Are there small adjustments you can make today that might prevent a painful experience in the future? The answers might be simpler than you think. As you go about your day, I encourage you to take one small step. Maybe it's swapping a sugary drink for a glass of water, adding a bit more fruit to your plate, or simply becoming more aware of your body's signals. Health isn't about drastic overnight changes. It's about consistency, awareness, and making choices that serve you in the long run. Until next time, take care of yourself, stay hydrated, and remember, your body is always talking to you. Make sure you're listening. David's journey is a powerful reminder that small habits can have big consequences. What seemed like just another busy day turned into a painful wake-up call that forced him to confront the importance of his health. But the best part? He took control. He learned, adapted, and made the changes necessary to prevent future suffering. And so can you. The key takeaway here is simple. Prevention is always better than cure. Staying hydrated, maintaining a balanced diet, and being mindful of your body's warning signs can make all the difference. Kidney stones are painful, but they are not inevitable. By taking small, consistent steps today, you can significantly reduce your risk and ensure that you never have to endure the same agony David did. Change is never easy, but you're not alone. Every small step, drinking more water, reducing salt, making mindful choices, adds up. And if you ever feel discouraged, remember David's story. He started exactly where you are now, uncertain but determined. And look where he is today, stronger, healthier, and in control of his well-being. If you found this video helpful, consider sharing it with someone who might need this information. Let's create a community where we prioritize our health, where small steps today lead to a lifetime of well-being. And if you have any experiences or questions about kidney stones, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Your story might help someone else take that first step toward better health. Like, subscribe, and stay with us for more insightful discussions on health and wellness. Together, we can build a future where knowledge empowers action. Until next time, stay informed, stay healthy, and take care of your body. It's the only place you have